All right, so we're back just after a little bit of a break. Took some time off because I was moving, so I wasn't really able to fully concentrate. But back now, so just a recap of where things are at. So I had actually hit target on the earn to trade evaluation, but I hit it so quickly that I didn't qualify as passing because they have a consistency rule. I made too much of the money in one day, which meant that I actually had my target pushed out quite a bit further than what the initial target of $3,000 in profit was for that account. Went into a period of drawdown, which of course is normal, and it just meant that my target was actually further away from the account that I was in than it would be if I reset. So my target was at around $4,500. If I reset the account, the target is $3,000. So it's actually just easier to reset it. So that's what I went ahead and did. And I've had two trading day or three. This is the third trading day since then, I believe. And things are going quite well so far. So just to take a look at the trades, we'll just jump right into it. Don't want to waste anyone's time. So here we have the first trade setup. Now, if we look at the charts, it looks like things are in a downtrend. By definition, we have a lower low here versus this one. We have a lower high versus this one, and another lower low here. So most people would be looking for shorts, and I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. But in my back testing, it's much easier to go long in these situations where the market has been ranging before. So that's what we do here. We take a long trade, really small stop, decent target. It's a 2-to-1 on this particular trade setup. And I'm just going to fast forward. It hits target. No need for you to have to watch and see every single tick that happens. But if you do want to see that, you can go look at that on the stream. Next thing that happens is we immediately get triggered into another trade. So this is a different type of trade. This is the concept behind it is basically the same, mean reversion, looking for the market to go up since it has gone down. And we've been in a range where we're basically at the low of that range. We're looking for a long setup here. This trade ends up losing. So first trade was a win for 350. This is a loss for 350. So just to see this play out here. All right, so there we go. So we're stopped out on that one. And then the third trade here is another break of the super trend, looking for a long because market has been ranging. Target slightly further away than the stop. It's about an additional $105 in profit versus the stop. So it's a 350 stop, 465 target, I believe, or 455, something like that. So this trade ends up taking about 40 minutes, 45 minutes or so. Excuse me, 30 or 30 minutes, but yeah, about 30 minutes. Not thinking straight. This is like the third time I've recorded this video because I've had some issues with OBS. And then the last video, I forgot to move my mic towards my mouth, so it was a little bit too quiet. So anyway, this trade takes about 30 minutes to complete, and just kind of fast forward to the part where we take profit. So you can see here that we ended up getting very, very, very close to hitting our stop loss right there. So had we been trading manually, a lot of the times I will place a stop when we get very close to the target and start to reverse. I get nervous. It's not really the best practice, but I probably, had I been sitting at my desk when this happened, probably would have stopped myself out right there for about $200. But I was not at my desk, which ended up being a blessing in this case. So just to kind of get to the point where it ends up hitting target, just so you guys can all see that. So there we go, hits that. I want you to actually see it so you know I'm not cheating in any way. Yeah, so there we go, target's filled there. So just kind of talk about that a little bit more. I've said this a few times. I don't want to be extremely dogmatic about using trailing stops or break-even stops. I think I've said in the past that they're bad. I don't know if that's true. I just know that in my testing, in all the algorithms that I've created, all the algorithms that I've used from other people, I have not yet found a system where a trailing stop or a break-even stop was beneficial. We can't predict the future. We see a setup. We set up a risk to reward that we know has a back-tested positive result, and then we just let the trade play out. When I'm trading manually, because of emotional capital and the pain that comes from the target or from the trade going far into profit, missing your target by a couple of points, and then coming all the way back to your stop, um, just for the preservation of emotional capital, it often feels best to get out of those trades so that that doesn't happen. But again, I have not found a way to systematically make that work and make that be profitable. So a lot of the times I actually try not to look at the charts when my trades are happening. That said, if you look at the last couple of streams, I have exited trades manually, and the account is in the positive at this point. I do have some other ideas that I might want to try in terms of implementing trailing stops, maybe making that a little bit more variable, so that we can manipulate it and see if there is a way to do it profitably and keep our drawdown a little bit lower. But so far have not found that. That's kind of it for this video. Want to keep these things relatively short so as not to waste your time. Thanks for watching.